Hi guys, my name is John with Depot Adventures, and this weather today is allowing me to crack out something I've not been able to do in a long time: the umbrella. Those of you who have been on one of our tours will know that these umbrellas are one of the most important parts of our tour, because one of our launch city where we started was Melbourne, Australia. And Melbourne has one of the most unpredictable weather patterns in the entire country. We are known, and sometimes the piss is taken out of us a bit by the rest of Australia, for having such terrible weather. 4 seasons in every day. If you don't like the weather, just wait 10 minutes. There are so many inside jokes here in Melbourne about our bad weather, and here I am at the height of winter enduring it myself. This leads to a few questions. Number one, why would anyone want to live here? Number two, why is the weather so bad? So let's start with the first one. Why would anybody want to live here? Admittedly, we do not have the weather that Australia has marketed itself as for decades. I talk to lots of people who expect Australia to be bright and sunshiny and full of surfing. The thing about Australia is it's very big and very diverse. And so if you go to Cairns, you go to Perth, go to Sydney, and Adelaide, you'll have some incredible surf over in those areas, and oftentimes some better weather as well. If you go up to Darwin, you'll basically be in the tropics, north of the Tropic of Capricorn over there. But down here in the very southeast corner of Australia, we endure some pretty gloomy days like the one you are seeing right now. Though that weather changes very, very quickly, however. And the reason for that is because of the Bass Strait. The islands just to the south of us, Tasmania, is separated from mainland Australia by a body of water. But that body of water was only created about 10,000 years ago at the end of the last mini ice age. Prior to that, there was a land bridge that connected these two parts of Australia. As the water levels rose, that meant that the land bridge went under the water, but it's still there. It's very shallow, and it's surrounded by two very deep parts of the ocean. This means that the water between Tasmania and Port Phillip Bay, which is where Melbourne is, it can be very tumultuous. And every year there is a big yacht race that takes place between Sydney and Hobart, because it is such a challenging part of the sea to navigate. The other effect of having this terrible weather is a terrible sea, is that you have terrible weather blow in very quickly. And so we'll have the weather blow into Melbourne, and it gets put into a wind tunnel of sorts. To Melbourne's west is the Grampians, to Melbourne's east are the Dandenongs, the two mountain ranges, and this makes all of Melbourne essentially a wind tunnel. All of us tour guides with Depot have experiences of starting out a tour in weather that is rainy and cold and miserable like this, and finishing the tour taking off our jackets and our scarves and wishing that we had worn shorts. It's one of the things that makes living life in Melbourne most interesting. It's also, in my opinion, what gives us such an incredible culture. We are known as one of Australia's cultural capital. And in all the cities I've lived in my adult life, I've had bad weather. Minneapolis, Cardiff, London, and now Melbourne. I think there's a correlation between cities with bad weather and cities with good culture, because when you can't go out to the beach every day, you're forced to have things like the International Comedy Festival, or the Australian Open, or the Formula One, or the Literary Festival, or Fashion Week. There are 5 days, only 5 days of every year, where Melbourne is not having a festival. It's one of the things I love most about living here, but yes, we do have to trade off and endure some days like this. Guys, my name is John. I am a tour guide with Depot Adventures. We've been doing these daily live streams and we'll continue to do them. So if you are enjoying these videos, please hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified when the next video comes out tomorrow with either myself, Hugo, or Bo. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you on one of our tours.